Hey guys, I got some helpful information for anybody here that's shopping around for an Intellivision system or an Atari. I wanted to point out some stuff on those last two systems I got. They are definitely better than the originals. One thing I'm going to show you on this Atari here, I'm definitely glad I got this puppy because it puts out a better video signal than the originals. They definitely improved it. And that's just going through RF, man. It's as sharp as one of the old Nintendos, which those were pretty sharp too on picture quality. Not even going to bother to do any modding on this. This one I'm keeping original, but did open it up, and definite different layout on the circuit board. But I noticed it does have the little adjustment on the inside for cycling through the colors. But what's cool on these, you flip it over and this is directly under the on-off switch. And there's two holes on the other side too, but I'm working on that one. I don't know what the other two yet do, and I'm not going to touch them because I got it working beautiful. But right in between the grating here, there is a little cutout just big enough to get kind of one of these type of precision screwdrivers, or just a real skinny one like this. You want one more like this that's got a really small flathead tip. And you'll know on the grating, it looks like somebody just drilled with a round drill right in between the grates. Carefully pop this puppy in here, and while it's in there, have the game playing, turned on. I recommend something like Defender or Pac-Man, or just pretty much any Atari game, to where instead of just showing just the intro screen, it's actually showing gameplay, hence Defender or whatever. I was using Pac-Man Jr. because I really noticed the color was way off. And like I say, while it's playing, have that in there, and you'll know if you got the right size. It will fit perfect, and it won't just sit there and spin in place. Don't force it if it's too big. This is not the biggest one on these, and this is one of those like dollar store sets of metal precision screwdrivers. Here's one of the bigger ones, man. They come in all sizes down to ones you can use for your glasses. But make sure it fits in there nice and snug. And while it's playing, just very, very slight turns. As in, not turn, just little tweaks. Because it doesn't take much. And you'll notice on the color, if it's not changing color, it will start to sharpen up or get fuzzy. And just keep doing that until it looks good. And also, like the fore switchers or whatnot, it will relieve a little bit of the static. I was noticing some static and also some interference. On interference, some games just have it. Like, especially Pitfall, the original Pitfall. I don't care what type of Atari you have, even on my 7800, it just sounds kind of staticky in the background, and it's just the game. There's nothing really you can do about it. So don't have that one in there to do this adjustment. But on regular games like Pac-Man and stuff, it will leave that too. You're just basically getting a better signal. And very cool that they have it on the bottom of this so you don't have to open this puppy up. I say on the other two, I'd have to go to like a site where they've done repairs or modding to find out what those other two do. One of them, I'm sure, has to do with the RF because it's under the RF shielding, and it's one of those types to where you're better off just leaving it alone. Don't even try and mess with it. I've dealt with those type before, and if you give it too hard of a twist, even when it's just a little bit, you can screw it up real easy. So better off just dealing with the one that cycles through the colors, and usually that alleviates it. If you got one that doesn't have sound or whatever, you probably got a blown sound chip. And once again, this is my first junior system. That's all I know how to do on adjustments so far, man. But on picture quality and stuff, definitely better than the fore switcher. This is right up there with my 7800. That one has a really good picture through the RF too. They just improved it. This wasn't the last Atari 2600 they made. This is the one that's right before. Let's see. Yeah, they just did 3 of these. They had the one with the skinny rainbow stripe, and then this is the second one, Revision A, and then I believe the next one is the all black that they tried to do like the original Atari Vader system. So, new enough. And also, speaking of newer systems, went ahead and got out my other Intellivision systems on the Model 1s and put the sticklers in this one I just got because it is nicer. I'm going to show you guys here again if you didn't watch that last video. When you take the controllers out, right here on each side, it's recessed so it's not pushing against those side buttons. It's made to where they fit in perfect, and that is a definite change they made on this one. Once again, this is a 1981. My other 2 are original 79s, and they don't have that. Also, a little bit looks same on the cord, just nicer quality, black and just better looking. Otherwise, the other ones have kind of a brown cord. I haven't opened this up completely to check it out yet because it's working perfect. But they must have done something different because this has a really sharp picture. It's as good as my Intellivision 2. And obviously, now that I got my Intellivision 2 down, which, here's the Intellivision 2. This is the one where they totally changed it. This is an 81, this is an 82. So this was obviously the last one that they did of this particular model. Then they went to this. Then they all got, oh, well, maybe we shouldn't have shrunk it. And they went to the NTV3, which is like this, but more black plastic and different layout on the keys. They're not bubble style for the keys on the controllers. They did it flat, more like this. So, kind of just mixed both systems into another big one. One of those, I've seen them, but I haven't got one yet. Don't really care. I got enough of these puppies now. But if any of you guys are looking for one of these, definitely find out if it's an 81. Because real big difference. I hooked up this one and played it, and then I hooked up the original one I got that's in good shape. That's a 79. That one, the picture's just not as sharp. And I don't know how to adjust it on these. I don't think you can. And that was working with the same RF cable mount, same stuff, same everything, and just better. And on these, if you find one of these, once again, if it doesn't have the adapter, no worries. You can use a 12-volt adapter on this, even that it says it takes 16. So anywhere, as far as I'm concerned, between 12-volt and 16-volt, you should be okay. Just don't go over 16. Because to get one of these with the original adapter is pretty hard. They just did it that way because, I don't know, they were Mattel and they didn't want anybody getting aftermarket stuff. They never made aftermarket ones for this, as far as I know. And one thing I am going to find out, now that I got the IntelliVoice in some games, I'd swear this puppy had it built in. I know they made an IntelliVoice for this, but I don't remember having to use it on this when I was a kid. So I'll find that out, and I'll just let you guys know in a remark on this video. So, catch you all later, and feel free to comment on anything, on questions. So, have a good one.